Hello everyone, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. I got my favorite mug, my flamingo mug with the handle is a tree, palm tree. Had to have some coffee to go with my light load of comic books today. First I thought I'd do the graphic novel. There's a wonderful artist, Peach Momoko, who did a bunch of, they're called Demon Days. So it's like Japanese mythology, but they're X-Men. My favorite thing is that Logan is a wolf. This was a really great book, and this is why you should go to Fanfare and get the $5 a year discount, because this book is normally $19.99. This is a big book, and I only paid $16 and some change because I got a huge discount. And it was a really good story. I'm glad I waited for the trade paperback. Otherwise, issue by issue, I think that would have been a little nerve-wracking after a while. Plus, there's other things that took place in other comic books, and they just show those little segments. So this was a really good buy at the comic book store. Oh, by the way, art and credit and writing and everything is Peach Momoko. There you go. Let's open up this plastic bag for the first issue of Gangster Ass Barista. Because I don't remember who wrote it and drew it. It's a great comic book. Written by Pat Shand, illustrated by Renzo Rodriguez. There's a bonus story that's been illustrated by Vincenzo Riccardi. It's about a barista who's been around the block, and she's kind of sick of stuff, and it's cool. Interesting thing is that it's all black and white. I don't think it would have worked. It could have worked as a color comic, but black and white allows for a little more blood and violence without getting in too much trouble. So, and then we go to the regular bag. Look how little it is. The tininess. All right, no particular order. Let's start right off with Dark. Oh no, we're gonna save that one because I had lots of things to say. Let's do Disney's. Disney Gargoyles numero 2. All right, let's see. Which is Greg Weisman is the writer, George Cambadeas is the illustrator. This is the new season of Gargoyles, basically. This is season 4. So everything that's gone before, currently the lovely Martha Waltz and I are watching Gargoyles, but we're not that far into it, because season 2, I was unaware, has 52 freaking episodes. Unfortunately, since this is season 4 in comic book form, it does have a few spoilers for the show that I'm watching. Other than that, it's gorgeous. It's great. Do you remember Gargoyles? Go get this. And if that's not enough, the terror that flaps in the night is Darkwing Duck. Everybody loves Darkwing Duck. Amanda Dybert does the script. Carlo Loro is art and color. He is the terror that flaps, and then they don't try to do anything different. They go right into it. Megabolt shows up and turns people into electric zombies. It's a lot of fun, and deals with cell phones of all things. Why sometimes having a cell phone is not a great idea. It's as much fun as the TV show. When I read it, I hear all the voices. Launchpad's in it. It's great. So, Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous. Issue 2 of Dead Boy Detectives. Martha picked this one out as well. I really, really, really hope I'm not butchering your name when I say it, sir, that's part of this. Let me get there. Pornsak Kushashate. It's Pornsak. If somebody wants to figure out how to pronounce it, put it in the comments and tell me that I'm saying it wrong. Jeff Stokely is the artist. Jeff, I'd like to thank you for not having the name Pornsak. When last we left our boys, they were getting ready to be attacked by some demons. And the other demons that they teamed up with that are Asian dead things. It's neat that they had to walk. The shortcut is you have to walk on the faces of the dead, who all they want to do is have conversations with you. The artwork is gorgeous. This is a lot of fun. Dead Boy Detectives was a lot of fun when it was in the Sandman comic books, and there are these monsters chasing them that are looking for joy, and they're little troll-looking things, and there's a lot of them. So, all right, last one. Look at that, 4 comic books. You believe it? Plus a graphic novel, of course. This is Dark Web. It's the Amazing Spider-Man number 18. We have Zeb Wells as the writer. The penciler is Ed McGuinness. The inker is Cliff Rathburn. When last we left Peter Parker in limbo with all the demons, the day was saved by his counterpart, Rex Rapp. It's seriously Parker backwards. I'll find a good picture of him to show you in a minute. Because he got saved by Peter Parker, and now he wants to be his friend. So they're going to fight the Six, that are demons that are dressed up as the Sinister Six. Rex Rapp doesn't know how things work. He goes, let's have this start off with some classic web wanging. And he's like, web wanging. He goes, yeah, and he goes, pop, 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 with little bursts of web. And then somebody from the Insidious Six says, no one web wangs the Insidious Six, followed by Rex Rapp saying, it's wall crawling time! And he runs right into the Insidious Six, and their MODOK says, are we the wall? He's like, yep. And of course you can't forget about his well-known Spidey Spranger, because back in the day, Spider-Man had a little light on his face that he would use to shine on people. This is a hard light that comes out of his Spranger. Takes out the Insidious Six. I've not seriously had this much fun with a Spider-Man comic book, and I can't tell you. Hallows Eve, the new character that everybody likes, she's cool. She decides that she's going to take over Limbo by taking out Madeline. Whenever Rex Rapp fights, he likes to make different noises. Pew! Boom! Thwam! Thwack! And Spider-Man's like, Rex Rapp, buddy, if you're going to make a sound every time, pick one. He's like, you got it, champ. And then he punches MODOK, and MODOK says, bad time to be a giant face. Jonah and Robbie are escaping from Limbo, and this chicken goblin, I guess, demon goblin, tries to stop Jonah, and Jonah starts just tearing him a new one, saying, I'm a demon, don't I look like a demon? And he's like, ha, he thinks I'm one of them. It's like, I don't think that's something to be proud of. So Chasm and Hallows Eve get a hold of the giant scythe. So now he is King Chasm. So when you think it's safe to get, out of there, King guy shows up, and it's time to fight Chasm. We're almost done, believe it or not, because they're going to bring a giant portal from Limbo to I'm sorry, I kept saying Rex Rapp. No, from Limbo to Earth, and we have one more thing to be continued. I don't really have a good picture. Let me find it. See if I can find it. Maybe I showed it to you last week. Maybe I showed you Rex Rapp last week. He's like if Venom had a Spider-Man costume. There he is right there. If Venom had a Spider-Man costume, and he's so much fun. This is, if Rex Rapp doesn't get his own book, we've got problems. We only have 2 books left to go. Venom 16, which, as I told you last week, I wasn't all that hot with Venom 15, and then the Dark Web finale. This has been a wonderful series. This is my favorite book in the series out of everything that's come out. Not just Spider-Man. This issue 18. This is the reason to buy this issue. You would have, if you're any kind of a Spider-Man fan, this is just so much fun. So there's the books for this week. Got some new ones. Got some funny ones. Got a giant one. Sophie, Fiona, you didn't come over this week. I offered the chili cook-off, and you wanted to play video games. I'm like, fair enough. So we went to the chili cook-off, had some chili. Went down to Cafe Casa and had some delicious cream of potato and garlic soup. After all that chili, that's probably the last thing we needed, but who cares? It was good stuff. And then we went to, just to mention it real quick, we went to wrestling. There's a new group of wrestlers in Western Michigan called IPW, Independence Professional Wrestling. or Independence Pro Wrestling. And they're great. We had a great time. It was $20 a seat to get in. It was like 3 hours long. Lots of great matches. Good working on the wrestlers' part. The heels were great. The good guys were great. Big shout out to Hype and Mondo tag team that was robbed by those jerks. I hope you win next time I see you guys. And then in the meantime, for the rest of you, go to the store, get some comic books. Go to a comic book store, get some comic books. Go to the library, get some comic books. Go online and read some comic books. There is a million different ways for you to read a comic book. So next time I see you, go read a comic book.